September in 52 BC, Julius Caesar stood on a wooden rampart, watching two massive armies close in from opposite directions. Behind him were 80,000 starving Gauls trapped inside the fortress of Alesia. Ahead were 250,000 Gallic warriors arriving to crush him. Caesar had perhaps 60,000 men. In 12 hours, they would be surrounded, outnumbered 4-1, and fighting for their lives on two fronts simultaneously. This should have been a massacre. Instead, it became the most brilliant tactical victory in ancient warfare. The road to Alesia. The year is 52 BC, and Gaul is in flames. For years, Julius Caesar and his legions have been campaigning to bring the region under Roman control. But one man, a charismatic chieftain of the Arverni named Vercingetorix, rises to unite the fiercely independent Gallic tribes. He rallies a huge army, determined to drive the Romans out for good. After a series of brutal clashes, including a rare defeat for Caesar at Gergovia, Vercingetorix makes a calculated strategic retreat. He leads 80,000 of his best warriors to Alesia, a powerful hill fort that was a major center for the Mandubii tribe. From this high ground, protected by steep slopes and rivers, he believes he can wait for Gallic reinforcements and crush Caesar's legions in a pincer attack. It was a confident move that he believed would end Caesar's ambitions forever. The audacity of Roman engineering. When Caesar arrives at Alesia, he knows a direct assault would be a suicidal bloodbath. His legions are already outnumbered by the 80,000 defenders, and he knows that a massive relief force is on its way. Retreat would mean the end of his campaign and likely his career. So, Caesar chooses a third option, one so audacious it bordered on madness. He decides to besiege the besiegers. He orders his men to construct a massive wall of siege works, a line of circumvallation, to encircle Alesia and starve the defenders into submission. This inner wall was an incredible 11-mile ring of fortifications. According to Caesar's own account, the works included 12-foot-high ramparts, ditches 20 feet wide, and watchtowers all along the line. But this was only half the plan. As news arrived of the Gallic relief army gathering, Caesar ordered the unthinkable, the construction of a second, even longer wall facing outwards. This 14-mile outer fortification used a similar system of defenses, designed to protect the Romans from the massive army marching to destroy them. In just a few weeks, under constant harassment from Gallic cavalry, Caesar's men created a death zone. In front of the ditches, they planted fields of hidden traps, sharpened stakes in concealed pits called lilies, and barbed iron hooks known as stimuli, designed to maim attackers. The human cost of this strategy was horrific. To preserve his own food supplies, Vercingetorix expelled the women, children, and elderly from Alesia. Caesar, refusing to let them pass through his lines, left them to their fate in the no-man's land between the walls, where they likely perished from starvation. The climactic battle. The Gallic relief force finally arrived, a sea of warriors crashing against Caesar's outer wall. The trap was sprung. The final battle for Gaul began on two fronts. Vercingetorix launched a furious assault from inside Alesia, trying to break the inner wall, while the relief army threw everything it had at the outer defenses. The noise was deafening as Gallic warriors charged, trying to fill the Roman ditches and claw their way up the ramparts. For a moment, it looked like the Roman lines would break. A section of the outer wall, built over difficult ground, was nearly overwhelmed by a force of 60,000 Gauls, led by Vercingetorix's cousin, Vercingetorix. But Caesar, instantly recognizable in his scarlet cloak, personally rode into the fray, leading cohorts to plug the gap. His presence electrified his men, who fought with renewed ferocity. As the Gallic assault faltered, Caesar made his final, decisive move. He sent his highly effective Germanic auxiliary cavalry on a wide flanking maneuver to slam into the rear of the Gallic relief army. The shock of the cavalry charge shattered the Gallic formation. Panic set in, and the massive army broke and fled. The strategies used at Alesia became a textbook example of military engineering, studied for centuries. If you find these incredible stories from history as fascinating as we do, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell for more. From the walls of Alesia, Vercingetorix watched his last hope dissolve. The relief army was gone. With his own men starving and their spirits broken, he had no choice. The next day, the great Gallic chieftain surrendered, laying his weapons at Caesar's feet. He was taken to Rome, held prisoner for nearly 6 years, and finally executed as part of Caesar's triumph in 46 BC. The Siege of Alesia effectively crushed large-scale organized Gallic resistance. It was a brutal and brilliant victory against seemingly impossible odds. A masterpiece of war that secured Roman dominance over Gaul and set Caesar on the path to becoming the master of Rome itself.